wabarakatuh. Welcome to another episode of On the Couch. Today we are talking about how media has shaped Islam. So I'll just send it to my fellow panelists to start the discussion.
Media for me, usually it's a controversial issue, but we just have to say it as it is, like especially for us as Muslims and Islam in particular. Like most of the things that people know about Islam is from the media. It's from the movies they watch, it's from the books they read, it's from the newspaper they see every day. It's not usually from the Muslims directly. They get the information in general. So basically, sometimes it does not really show what Islam is really about.
Like I say, this media thing has also led to people thinking that we are like terrorists. That's what most of the time I'm always trying to tell people, like, no, I'm not a terrorist. I have to defend myself most of the time, like, no, I'm not a terrorist. I have to emphasize because of media, what media is also saying about us.
Yeah, because you find in every movie the killers in Arab. Allah Akbar, there's a bomb and yes, most of them. If you see you're watching a movie, it's an American movie or something, you see the moment you see in Arab, just know it's a bomb.
I think we need to clarify what Allahu Akbar means.
Allah is the greatest.
It means Allah is the greatest. And when Muslims we are praying, we always start with Allahu Akbar, which means Allah is the greatest. So I don't know how it ended up being a what's killing people thing, but anyway, that's if we are going to correct that misconception. Allahu Akbar just means God is the greatest. Because if Allah is just means God in Arabic, so it means God is the greatest.
For me, I don't really blame people when they see us in the street and they associate Islam with terrorism, because that's what they are exposed to every day. That's what they see. But I think it is very important for someone who is seeking knowledge to understand really what Islam is all about. So, for example, if you have by watching even these type of shows, like ours on the couch, you get to understand what Islam is really about. You can use the media in a positive way instead of just receiving the negative part of Islam that does not exist. Of course, there are bad people, like in any religion, in every religion, you will find people who are good, people who are bad, people who are extreme, and people who practice the right way. So we cannot say, once you saw someone doing bad in the media, then you say, okay, you put everyone in the one bracket and say, that's what they do. So we encourage people to research about it and use media for the better. For those who understand what Islam is, they use it to advocate for goodness.
So in other words, we're just saying media is any other tool. It depends on how you're using it. So instead of just using it in the bad way, the negative way that portrays Islam as something is bad, we're going to focus on how it can be used to propagate and teach others Islam.
Exactly.
Yes.
I also think it's going to have a huge role to play us as Muslims. We have to portray the picture that we want people to see. We have to be in the media. We have to make sure that people are seeing what we want them to know. So I think it's another thing we have to also do.
So for now, we have not been doing a good
Maybe
job.
it's not enough.
It's not enough. We have to push more because 90% of what's in the media, it's against us. It's against our beliefs as well. It says the opposite. So it means we as the Muslims should be pushing so that people see the goodness in our religion.
So that's how Islam has shaped, media has shaped Islam in the perspective of the non-Muslims. How has it shaped Islam in the perspectives of the Muslims who are already in the religion?
Somehow, for other speakers like Mufti Menki and other Muslim speakers, they have managed to draw millions of people through their speech, through media. And even here in Zimbabwe, we have Mufti Sali. He writes book for the A-level students, and somehow it has, to a lesser extent, if I may say, managed to shape Islam in a good way. Like they try to preach what is in Islam. But unfortunately, I can count them compared to the non-Muslims who are talking about Islam in the media. So it has been shared well, but to a lesser extent.
Now we haven't reached that stage where it's good enough.
Exactly.
Right? It's not yet enough for us to say we can represent ourselves with what we are giving to the people. So it is now our role. It is an assignment to us as Muslims. Like we have to be involved in books writing. We have to be involved in.
It's like we have to shape it once more, the way we want it to be shaped. Like if you want it to be known, like Muslim, they do this, then make sure that you're going to teach that. That's the way we can actually shape it.
Yeah, it's not only how we want it to be shared, but actually the truth. Let's bring out the truth about Islam out there, because you know there are some things like maybe there are we can make films that has to do with those controversial issues. Let's say in Zimbabwe, people have a problem understanding what sadaqah is. Like it's not really an Islamic thing, but it's usually practiced by most African Muslims who are actually Zimbabwean Muslims. They practice that. So we need to actually show, especially the part where the dead, especially that part is actually very disgusting, but it's happening where they say the dead is being, like the water of the dead is then used to cook one. So we need to really say those things and make sure that they go out there and they are received by people who actually want to understand what Islam is.
Yeah, so it's high time that we as the media has shaped it in a negative way, but it is our duty to correct that. The problem is we as Muslims, we talk behind the scenes. We say this is not Islam, but what are we doing so that people know what is Islam? Because you can be sitting and saying, but this is wrong. Like
We don't do this.
yes, like for the print media, as you said, like I've been shocked, like students who are studying Islam, they'll say this is the pillar of Islam, yet you know it's not the, but it's in the textbook. Why? Because a non-Muslim took it upon themselves to write that book. We ourselves, we don't have those writers who are writing the truth. So as much as we're complaining or we are whining that the media shaped Islam in a negative way, I blame us the Muslims. We're not doing enough. Because if I go on YouTube, I'll see a few videos from the Muslim, and my recommendations will be for the non-Muslims, and they'll be saying what they think is Islam. So it is our duty that we use this media to do good, to show people what Islam is all about. But it's very unfortunate when you go on social media, we want to do otherwise. We want to watch other videos, we want to not to have any impact. So it's not enough just to complain. Let's have action on it.
Yeah, we have to be more vocal. That's very important. Like if we take it upon ourselves that we want to change something, I think it has to start with us. We have to take the first step. So, like, if you want something happen, we have to do it. If we hear something, because I have seen like there is this other time they come, an article came out. I think it was time about, was it cholera in Czech or something?
Oh yes,
And
exactly.
the way it was written in the newspaper, like because they got the people went to a funeral where a Muslim died and stuff. So they were saying that is because of.
Or it spread because they washing
the
it.
body.
Exactly.
And you wonder, where did they get this kind of information? It's not true. That's not how we do this kind of thing.
It's because the
Someone
journalist
is
is a
right.
Christian, the cameraman is a Christian, so he's not a Muslim. So they will write according to what they think is the correct, and we cannot blame them. It is our duty to explain to them or even write. I only see a Muslim article in the Sunday Mail. That's the Quran, what the Holy Quran speaks, like it's a Sunday Mail article once in a while. Or maybe once maybe in Eid, that's when you see Eid is this, but overall every day, what are we doing and how are we using the media, us as the Muslims?
Yeah.
What do we post on our statuses? Yes,
Because other people motivate
exactly,
us. People
not
want to be Muslim.
exactly.
our pictures.
Yes.
But if we try to post something Islamic, something that represents what we are, I think people will get to understand. Like, I saw on this person's page, like they were posting about this, about Islam, and it will spread that way than when you just like post.
But is it easy to do that? Because let's look at people who have been exposed to a media that was saying something against Islam. Are they ready to take, like, the actual Islam is, are they going to believe that this is the actual
No,
Islam?
that is actually not our role to make it
them
happen
believe.
or make them believe. But what we have, it starts with us. I think the more you get used to something, that's when it's becoming normal, something normal for you. So if you get used to seeing a line or writing something about Islam, today's Quran verse is this and that and that. Then tomorrow you write this. Everyone who is viewing your status is like, okay, today she posted this. Maybe it's our first time you were like, this is boring, this is boring. Then the other day the person say, okay, let me just read what he's trying to say. Then that's how it starts. Like
Yeah,
small
yeah.
steps, but it will be big with time.
Yeah, and what you're saying that they are used to lies, if maybe they're used to saying Allah is a different God, he's an idol,
call him Allah, but they
you
really
call him
God.
Allah, but then they see you putting a translation and saying God is one and we don't worship idols. If there are people who use their common sense, they'll start to question what they know before. Because if you yourself post against terrorism, they'll question that she is a Muslim, why is she opposing? Then this their first step to research what is the truth between what they already know and now what you're propagating. And nothing is impossible.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have come across people who will be like, okay, I'm telling them, they force you to say things that you don't want to say.
Exactly.
They're telling you, no, you're saying Allah is God, Allah is not God. And I'm saying it's the same. When I speak in Shon, I say Mari. If I say in Debele, another name, if I say in English God, I say in Arabic, it's Allah. But they say, no, it's not, that's not it. But you have to listen to me because I'm the one who's telling the truth. Because I cannot shy away from what I believe in. If I'm telling you this is what I'm following, then I think you will have to listen to me. But because people, they have shut down their minds, like they don't want to hear anything than what they already know. You know, like what they have been exposed to in the media. They know negativity about Islam. So when you try, so that's why it's actually a challenge for us. Like if you go to someone trying to tell them, no, we are not about terrorism and stuff, we are actually against
I think
so
so.
like
The mindset needs to be changed once again. We have to try and explain more that no, I'm not a terrorist, because that's what they had. Now it's now working with the mindset. We have to work with the mindset of people. Because they already know, that's what they know, and they are going to oppose you every time.
I think it also goes to a topic that we say, I don't know which week, about doing what you say as well as. So maybe if your words are not having an impact, let people see your actions. Maybe that way they will know that this person, how can a terrorist be so kind? How can a terrorist be so loving? Because sometimes even if we say a lot of things. If someone doesn't want to listen, you cannot force them. You can just go down to the river, but you cannot force it to drink. So if our words are not changing or not doing not having an impact, it's high time we act according to the Quran and Sunnah, because that's Islam. So if people see that maybe, and if only maybe God wills, they will understand that this is the real Islam. Because we cannot run away from the fact that people have already perceptions. People have already stereotyped us because of what they have seen in the movies, because of what they have read in the newspapers. It's sometimes we cannot really force them to unsee that or unhear that, but let's just try. We tell them and we act righteously according to Islam.
Inshallah.
Because this media, it's a very, because now everybody's on WhatsApp, everybody's on YouTube, it's very powerful. So if you keep on letting other people shape Islam as if it's something.
And we have a role to play, like we have to show our lives, the lives of Muslims, how we do, how we live, how we interact with people. You also have to be out there doing those things.
Because
So
Islam
that
is
means
life.
we have to actually live as Muslims as it is supposed to be, because what we are doing, I think everyone is mostly posting what they are doing on media. So the more you do Islamic things, the more you are going to post about them. So I think, yeah, that's how we can actually help shape the media.
Yeah, like we said before, everyone has a part, a role to play. Like we start small, whatever you do, a small action that you try to do, I think it will help a lot. You know, like you post something, you record something that is Islamic, you share it with other people, they will get the understanding of what it is. I think everyone is now able to use the media for something positive, I think.
So for the writers, they should write something. For the
Even
speakers,
movement is always posting things, you know.
yes, on
and
Twitter,
then remind people,
but
tell people.
he's one out of how
That's why I'm saying
many. We should do that.
Yeah,
You guys
we
not
need,
yet,
we
you
need
guys are
more
lying.
writers, we need more filmmakers in Islam, we need more public speakers, inshallah. Yeah.
Because otherwise the media will just keep on shaping us negatively.
Yeah.
It's a
Now,
high
I
time.
think to the people who are listening to us, they are actually hearing, we are requesting the people. So like if you are good at something that would represent Islam, it's good to share with us so that we can share with the world, like, this is what we do, this is how we do it. Actually, it will help a lot.
And I also think to our non-Muslim viewers, they should also know that some movies is just acting.
Yeah.
And some presenters, they're not even Muslims. They haven't even heard it from the Muslims themselves or from the Quran directly. They say what they think is correct. So we shouldn't take everything that we see as the truth. That we should research more, that is this what Islam really all about? And we cannot keep on judging what one Muslim did to all the Muslims. Because maybe somehow, maybe a Muslim killed someone. We all human. But let's not pinpoint it on all Muslims. Then when you're walking, people call you a terrorist, you do bad.
Monsters are killing people.
Yes, these are killers, this is a ninja, and you'll be like, I'm here in Zimbabwe, I don't even know how a bomb operates.
I have no clue.
I have no clue, I'm scared of guns. But
Actually, I think I also had an experience whereby, like, you know, that one is so traumatic for me, that experience. Whereby, like, I think I was at a border post when someone had to request it for me, like, the people in authority, they were like telling me, okay, this picture on your passport is different from what I'm seeing right now. Like, you have to remove your hijab.
it's because when we took our passport, we don't
We
have
don't,
hijab.
you know, those are the things like that we should also think about. Like, maybe that person, I think for that person, he didn't have enough knowledge about Islam. For you, I'm telling you, the way he was speaking, it was like I was carrying a bomb somehow, like he wanted to expose me. And I was like, really? I've been passing through this phase for how long, I don't know. But today you're just saying, no, remove that. I want to see that and what. It was so traumatic, I tell you.
It's more like here in Zim, I was at this restaurant and food outlet. I was actually sitting with a friend from work. So we're talking, and so this man came to us. And so with my friend, he was not a Muslim, so he was actually asking me about Islam. So that man overheard. So he was like, I'm glad you're talking about this, because I've been standing away from you because I thought she's an ISIS. I thought she's bad. And now you're saying it, and now you're saying, I'm sorry, but to be honest, I was really scared of you. I didn't want to come because I thought you're a terrorist, so you can just bomb these people. So so people, because that's what they see. So somehow we cannot blame them. Because that's what
You
they
have to
see.
explain, you just say, I'm not. Like someone also did that, I was walking the street and said, you're a terrorist. I had to stop and say, no, I'm not. So you have to defend yourself, make sure they know I'm not a terrorist.
I'll take that. Because sometimes I just ignore.
No.
Or sometimes I'll just say, yes, I'm a terrorist, so what? Because sometimes it gets so boring.
No, so you have to say, no, I'm not. You have to tell them, I'm not, straight up, I'm not a terrorist.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to know.
So yeah, we are discussing about how media shapes Islam. and we have seen how like it is changing, it impacted on the non-Muslims as well as on the Muslims. The Muslims are being traumatized because people think that maybe you are hiding a bomb. And then the non-Muslims are also afraid. They can't be free when they see someone in a hijab, maybe in a bus, or maybe at a public place. They are afraid that something's going to happen. So I think that to the Muslims out there, let's try to get into the media. We all use social media every day. Let's get into the media, show what Islam is, like be loving of your religion. And to the non-Muslims, we'll just say, please check who is posting something on the media. Because some of these people, they are not really Muslims. They don't know what Islam is, and we don't know why they would post such things, but it's happening. But just try to understand what Islam is. So what are your final words, ladies, for today?
For me, I just want to encourage people, like, we now have the resources. They might not be enough, but whatever small you can do will help a lot. The most important thing is to take a first step. Once you take a first step, I think everything will change. We will reach to a point where we will live together with other religions in harmony, in understanding and accepting of each other. Like, this is what it is. They have their belief. They believe what they in what they believe, and they are very peaceful. And for us who are Muslims, we have to live by example and make sure that we let people know. Let's use the media for the best of our religion.
Actually, you said it all. I think people, we should just try to learn from the right sources, from the people that are living. I'm sure you can check your neighbors, maybe they are Muslims, and you will know and have ideas how Muslims are exactly. So when you live with them and understand them, that's how you can actually conclude things about them.
And don't be afraid to ask anything you don't understand.
For me, I would say it's not enough to just keep on complaining that the media shaped us negatively. It's high time we as the Muslim stand up, use the media in the right way, and shape Islam as it is the truth, the way of life, as good as it is. Let's show the world out there what Islam is really all about. Allah will never change the people unless they change themselves. So complaining is not enough. Let's use all the media platforms that we have, from WhatsApp, from Twitter, post basis from the Quran, and let the people judge on their own what Islam is all about.
Yeah, the Quran says there's no compulsion in religion, so we don't want to compel anyone into getting into Islam, but we just want us to live together in harmony and coexist, because we definitely were created in groups. We are already in groups. We can't change that. So if we are in our Islamic group, please just accept us as we are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't see a fictional movie and think that's how I am. I'm just a Muslim.
Don't write a fictional movie that's negative about Islam. So thank you so much for watching. Please leave us a comment, like our page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Core Radio and TV channel, and yeah, leave us a comment and share with your friends this video. Inshallah, next time.